Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while. I know it's been like a couple of days since we posted this a video on this channel, but we're once again one game away from the Champions League final. Basically a matchup that we've been waiting for basically 7 days, and tomorrow we have the first one. And sadly, tomorrow we have Arsenal versus Atletico de Madrid. Which some people might think it's not a very good game, but tomorrow, man, it's do or die for Arsenal, man. Honestly, today, if you're watching this, Man City have tied against Everton today, which basically leads Arsenal 4 points of leverage for the Premier League title race. And I mean, if you're an Arsenal fan, I feel like I'll be jumping because obviously, now you have a real chance. Saying that, Arsenal did play their starting 11, basically most of them. I think it was like one or two changes, and they beat, they won this weekend in the Premier League. So Atleti, obviously, they rested basically half the squad. Julian Alvarez did not play, if I'm not mistaken. And if he did, he probably, like I said, he played a couple of minutes. Like I said, tomorrow, Emirates Stadium, Arsenal versus Atleti. Who do I have winning, Cholo or Arteta? I want to say Arsenal that they're gonna win, but at the same time, this Atleti side is special. The fact that they took down Barcelona, a very strong contender to win the Champions League this season again. Like I said, the only one that was injured was Rafinha. They beat them. They beat them, and you gotta basically give credit to Simeone. I think if there's one game that's gonna go to extra time, I think it's gonna be this one. Just because I feel like both teams are not gonna risk it. They're not gonna, they're gonna play their cards very to the chest. I think they're not gonna show anything. I think, like I said, this is the one game that I feel like is gonna go basically very slow. If tomorrow, like I said, they come out and they start shooting at each other, by all means, I'm not against that. Obviously, we want them to shoot at each other. We want to see a very entertaining game because at the end of the day, football is that. I think football is entertainment. So yeah, who do I see winning? Who do I want to win? Look, guys, at the end of the day, one of these two teams, is gonna face Bayern or PSG in the final. Do I see any of them winning? The only one that I see winning is Simeone, just because who he is. 90 minutes for Simeone. I think he actually will play his cards well. Do I think they're gonna pass Arsenal at the Emirates? Look, the way that Arsenal won this weekend shows proof that if I guess you can say Arteta plays Jokeris correctly. If they play correctly, I feel like they actually have a chance to win against Atleti. Let me see here. I give it to Atletico. I think Atletico are gonna go in at the Emirates tomorrow. I don't know. I just have this feeling that Simeone is gonna do one of those Simeone type things that they're gonna play a little bit ratty. They're gonna have a lot of fouls. I think Atleti. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like I just have this weird feeling that Atleti might actually win tomorrow. And that's low key. That's what I'm rooting for. I don't think Arsenal. I just don't know. I don't like Arsenal. At the end of the day, I don't like their fan base. It's just me. Maybe it's just me. Like I said, by all means, Arsenal, I wouldn't be too mad if y'all win against Atleti. I don't care if y'all win, if y'all reach the final. I don't think y'all gonna win it. At the end of the day, that's the way that I feel. I don't think Arsenal have the capability. Neither Atleti, but in a scenario where I have to choose, I do want Atletico to win, just because, like I said, I don't think either team has a chance against this Bayern or PSG. Moving on swiftly. We are going to move to the highlight, the entertainment, the main dish of, this Champions League semifinal. We are going to be talking about Bayern versus PSG. By far, one of the most entertainment games so far in Champions League history. And I think they're going to go at it again. I think it's going to be punch by punch. Hakimi was injured. I don't think he's going to play, but we'll see tomorrow. What does that leave PSG? Well, PSG have the best, fullbacks in the world. Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. Having said that, Luis Diaz, it's a killer. Like, these players, man, are insane. Olise and Luis Diaz are the most insane attackers. Me saying that, obviously, Kvaratskhelia and Doué and Dembele are literally snipers on the ball. They literally, I've seen it, and I've seen it on the run the fun market statistics. These guys average one goal on 0.3, xg. It's insane how these people will actually play. I just don't know how they do it, honestly. Who do I have winning? I want Bayern Munich to win. I want Bayern winning to win. I believe that they've done everything possible in their hands to win the treble this year. So I believe, if you ask me today who you put money on, I'm putting money on Bayern. I think the final is going to be Bayern versus Atleti in Budapest. The only reason why is because I feel like at the moment they're at home. Bayern are at home. They have the home field advantage. Is PSG gonna be intimidated by that? Heck no. It's just a matter of who I like better at this point. And like I said, I really like Bayern. I feel like Harry Kane does have a chance for the Champions League this season. Olise, Luis Diaz, Joshua Kimmich, Pavlovic, Manuel Neuer, all these players, man, they're amazing. Like I said, it doesn't take away that PSG are an amazing team. At the same time, I don't want PSG to win. I don't want them to win 2 in a row because that'll give them momentum to win 3 in a row. And at the end of the day, I only want Real Madrid to do that. So, like I said, who do I have winning? My heart says Bayern. My mind says PSG. At the end of the day, it's just a matter of who's on their day. And like I said, you have snipers in one side, which is what's his name? Kvaratskhelia, who plays out of his freaking dude. Kvaratskhelia, bro. Kvaratskhelia is so crazy, so insane. I just Ousmane Dembele, Doué, Ruben Neves Ruben Neves. I think who is it? Joao Neves. I'm sorry, Joao Neves, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz. Now that he's probably back, amazing midfield. But then you have Pavlovic and Kimmich. Then you have Nuno Mendes. And then you have Alphonso Davies. I don't know who's going to play at that. And then you have Upamecano. Jonathan Tah. It's amazing. It's crazy. The only thing that I guess you can say the only weakness is the goalkeeper. I don't know the goalkeeper's name, but either way, he made amazing saves. It's just insane. Look. At the end of the day, I think Bayern versus PSG is 50-50. Like I said, it's just my opinion. But yeah, that's going to be my take. I think Bayern take it, and I think Bayern win it all. That's what I'm going to say. I think that's going to be the end of the my discussion with that. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal win tomorrow, and I wouldn't be surprised if PSG. Either way, two of these teams, man, at this point, it's just who I want to for them to face. I don't want to see Arsenal in the final. That's it. I do want to see Atleti, and I do want to see Bayern win it all. I want them to win the treble. Outside of Real Madrid, I love Bayern, so that's what I'm gonna say. I think Bayern Munich are an amazing team. I think they've done. Vincent Kompany has done a good job, and I think they're gonna win. Talking about this, and like I said, this is gonna be the end of the video for this specific topic. We're going to be trending to another video that I'm going to be talking about Real Madrid. Leave a like, leave a comment. Who do you have in the Champions League final? This video is going up Monday night. The semifinal is tomorrow. Atleti versus Arsenal. So leave a like, leave a comment. Who do you have going to the final? See you guys in the next video, man. Let's go.